I totally understand how frustrating it is to deal with a representative that cannot or will not offer assistance. But if you think about it for just a few seconds, the real frustration is almost never with the person, that individual whose job, whose livelihood is not paid for by you, but rather by her company. And it's that company where the frustration lies. It's not Susan, it's Chase Bank. It's not Miguel, it's FIA Card Services. Susan or Miguel are not the person who charged you a late fee incorrectly or who raised your interest rates. But there is a more practical reason to hold your temper. Every conversation with the credit card companies results in comments placed into your file. If you're rude and uncooperative, the next time you call, the person you speak to will know that you've been rude before. Establishing that history is counterproductive to your goals of getting resolution. Now, I have the benefit of knowing people that have worked at the incoming call centers at a variety of banks, and this provides some invaluable insight. That CSR is given very little latitude in terms of resolving your problem, and I think that makes sense. These are enormous corporate monoliths. How could the banks possibly stand any chance if the lowest ranking member of these massive bureaucracies could make any change they wanted to make? But these hardworking and underappreciated first contacts are rated on how quickly they resolve your issue within the framework established by the company. Keep in mind that the folks that keep them employed are not the customers. And I know that there are some people who think that yelling, "I pay your salary," to a police officer is reasonable free speech, and these same people might think that their fees and interest payments provide income for the CSR. But the bottom line is that it's the management at the bank that really decides who keeps their job and who does not. Now, worse still is continuing an already pointless rant against the manager. In a corporate structure, and I mean any corporate structure, the first duty of a manager is not to the client or customer, but rather to the employee. These people need to be in place tomorrow so that the manager can accomplish his or her goals. So that I give you a little more value than don't in this video, let me tell you how you can get the best possible response from a CSR. Number one, be prepared. Have your account information and your concern ready. These CSRs are based on their handle time, the amount of time they spend with you on the phone. The quicker, the better. 2, state your concern clearly. If you have a late fee, the CSR does not really care if your Aunt Mildred had a hairdresser's appointment that day. And 3, present a solution that will satisfy you. A part of the CSR's job is to guess, based on the few seconds they have with you, how to resolve your issue. If you tell them what you want, they can tell you if it's a possibility for them to do for you, reducing your handle time. If they can't satisfy you, ask who can. And there's a world of difference between, "Then may I speak with your manager?" and "I need to speak to your manager." A pleasantly worded request will usually, but not always, get a better response. Finally, understand that in this environment, it's always a better use of your time and effort to fight another day. A quick call that fails to achieve your goals is far better for everyone than a long, drawn-out, and exhausting argument that also fails to accomplish your goals. Once you've dug your heels in, it's a lot harder to walk away. To access our free training videos on how to lower your credit card interest rates, go to IHateMyCreditCardCompany.com.